Welcome to another video of our off-grid cabin build series. In this video we're building our little tiny bathroom for this place here, and truly it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Well, we just moved out of this bathroom here. Over 6 months we used this thing for. It was great for the time that we had it, but we've just finished the project in our little cabin shed where the bathroom's now finished, and I thought that job would never ever end. So anyway, it's finished. Hallelujah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you at the end. That was a little sneak preview, but in reality we've got to get the work done first. I still have to get a little bit of plumbing done behind the walls here, a bit of drainage, but I'm going to line, whilst I can, these side walls along two sides at least. It's got one of these noggings. It's a little bit proud of the stud wall. When I put that's where I want to put the sheeting on, so I'm just going to plane this a little bit off here. That's pretty good there now. 1,925, 2185. In the middle. And over again. Oh. At the edge. On a non-tiled wall, you can use screws and adhesive for your bathrooms, so just keep that in mind. I'm putting my adhesive at 200mm centers, and then I'm putting a screw attachment or a fastener at the opposite 200mm centers, so that I'm spacing glue. So every 100mm is either a screw or some glue. Now this is AquaCheck. So it's a bathroom plasterboard. I've got a little bit to trim off down the bottom down there. I think it's in there at the bottom. Okay. Well, at the time of editing this video, it's been about 6 weeks since Nala passed away, and we're very heartbroken that she's no longer with us, but it is nice to see her in these videos. We really miss her. You're a beautiful girl, Nala. Get your sphincter off my wallboard. No, no. Okay. before I put these walls on, I need to get some drainage outside. So it's going to cut some holes in my beautiful shed wall. Hopefully I got it in the right spot. That's the plan. There we go. So that dry fit worked okay, and so now I'll glue it up. I marked a line on the pipe to make sure it's fully seated, and I'm hoping it's all good from there. I'm moving on to my next dilemma. Now the toilet we got is this. It's a rear outlet toilet. It doesn't come down like the outlet where all the soil goes. So I've got to actually put a hole in my wall, in my shed, but you see there's a girt right in the way. That one there's a girt, and I need basically the pipe to go straight through that. So what we got is a 100mm pipe, and if that goes straight through that, I get, you know, greatly diminished strength adapter. I needed a pan adapter, so this is what this is. This is a 60mm offset. Where the outlet is 180mm, plus it sits on a tile, so about 186mm. So where the top of that wood is the center of the outlet of the toilet. So I need to have an adapter to bring that center height down. So I've still got a center here at 180mm where the toilet is, or 186, and where it goes out the wall, I'm not chewing into this girt. I'm going to have to take a little bit out of that girt, and I'll show you what I mean. And I'll be drilling through the wall with this big beast here. That's a 100mm hole saw, bimetal hole saw. Okay. Got there. Alright, here we go. There we go. That's good. So I can get a little bit of angle on that too. That's what I want. So the pan, it goes on like that. And that meets my center line. Woohoo! Okay. Cold water, hot water, plumbing's in using Smart Tech fittings or shark bites, and there's the combination for the shower. Up top is the shower head. Coming back down again, you can see the drainage for the vanity, for the sink, and also the hot and cold water. So before I close up all this, I do need to do a pressure test. Leak check on everything, but before I get too much further, I do have to put a vent in here as well, so I've got to cut another hole. So that's all done. Next job is to set up all our water coming in so I can pressure check behind those walls. So that's another big job. So it's kind of like swallow the spider to catch the fly. Every time you build something, you've got to do something beforehand before you get to do your current thing, so it's a pain in the butt. I've got to give a big shout out to Andrew, Chloe and Nettie at Table M Pumps, Pipes and Rural. When you're looking at putting together a water system there, having the expertise at hand really made the difference, and we're able to confidently get the bits and pieces we needed, and then start trenching and digging holes and putting it all in. So thank you very much to those guys there. On the back of the shed there we have a 10,000, I think it's 10,750 litre water tank, and up on the hill, which is about 6 metres higher, thereabouts, 22,000 litre water tank up there. So we have to get the pipe in to come from the top to come down to here. This tank will top up the tank up top and then service this building through some copper just through the wall there. Okay, I'm going to try and explain this layout here. Starting from the top, here's the big 22,000 litre rainwater tank. Coming down, it's a 10,000 litre rainwater tank connected to the roof of our shed. So this is the one that's going to fill up from all our rainwater. It's going to come through this pipe through here, and ordinarily this valve is going to be closed. There's a valve just there, it'll be closed. So water will come through the pump, in the pump, out the pump, through this set of valves, through the set of pipes through here, and then make its way to the house. Now if I want to fill the high tank up, this 20,000 litre tank up here, that's our main rainwater storage tank. It'll come through this series of pipes, through this elbow, and through this valve, which will be open. So I can either close that valve or open it. So I want to fill it, I'll open that valve, and it'll come back down through here, and water will go left or right. It'll come to here, to this valve, which I'll close. It can't go any further, and it comes back up, and this rainwater tank will have a bore valve at the base. It'll be closed. Water will come back down through here and through a set of pipes and into the top of the tank to fill the 20,000 litre tank using this pump. Oh, now that's the plan. So let's just hope that works. Should work. Just got to dig some trenches. That part that I'm digging was rock hard and it was a lot of hard work, but it was only a few months before that that was just soft and wet and gooey and horrible. But that's the breaks, eh? And I'll have to admit here that doing this pipework wasn't my priority. I just wanted to do this leak check and get back inside and finish that bathroom off. But so I've since done a little bit more work on that irrigation piping and tidied it up a little bit better.
I don't want you looking at my plumber's crack.
But my
Bad enough.
plumber's crack is...
Seen me at my worst.
My plumber's crack hanging out?
No.
Ah. For the plumbing going in, we're just using a bit of this 1/2 inch copper pipe, this annealed soft stuff, so it can easily be shaped. Here we go. Just going to do a little quick leak check here before I fill in this trench. Got the water pump there now hooked up to the shed, and also there's a tap over here, but I haven't got a tap on that just yet. I'm just going to try and bleed out statically, just with tank pressure, bleed it out from there. Then I'll go inside the shed and look at all my fittings, make sure I've got no leaks. I do have some leaks on these fittings here, so I'll just try and tension up those unions there. Pump's on. Judy's inside doing a leak check. No leaks here on any of the fittings. They seem to be dry. Just going to just crack this a little bit, get any air out. Oh, that's just water. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that should be hot and cold. That one's good too. Well, that's typical of swallow the spider to catch the fly. I want to put the walls up in the bathroom, but I have to put all the water systems in and do all the leak checks of that. So now I've done that, I'm claiming success, and now we can just put all this wall lining up. This little guy is a bathroom fan outlet, so we need to get all the steam out, but it's a bit of an awkward size for the trim deck with the valleys and the peaks there, so it's too wide. See, it won't go flat up against the tin there. So what I've made, just real quickly, out of some flashing that I had left over, and I actually painted this so it's the right colour, and I've just bent up some tin, and I'll just need to reattach it and put some Sikaflex underneath it, make a weather seal. Okay, that's before I've cleaned it all up and before I put the Sikaflex on, but here's the vent. Now it's got to mark off some screw holes, pre-drill it, and then clean it all up and Sikaflex it, maybe spray paint that vent black. That's all done, we can get back to the shower work. I'm just setting up my fall in my shower hob here. Now, this floor level and the base that I have right here, this is set down 35 millimeters. So I'm going to do about a 1/64, and I guess in an approximate roundabout way, I'm going to set it down to about 28 millimeters. So that's probably about a bit more than 1/60, but that'll be okay for my purposes here. To set up my base here, I've got some timber work here. This is 35 millimeters, and because I'm going to screed in here, screed's like concrete, so it's a shower base compound that we're putting in. 1 part cement, 4 parts clean washed sand. Okay, so we'll set them up. So I'm just going to take a measurement from corner to corner and then cut my tapers into my timbers. Cut down these tapers and I'll just see how they fit. There you go. Just checking and double checking and triple checking. I'm going to use a laser here, mark a line at floor level, and just make sure that we are lower. Yep, we're about the right amount lower. That's good. Happy am I. Believe it or not, I actually watched some YouTube videos on doing this sort of work, and it was recommended to use some tiling mastic, some glue, and then put your screed on top of that, so something for it to adhere to. So that formwork there just helps me get the right height of the concrete and for me to trail off to that level. I should mention as well at this point in time the centre drain for the bathroom is not quite in the centre where we'd hoped it to be, fortunately, but that's the way things go sometimes and it's fine. It's just it made my job a little bit harder with the tiling. Oh man, I'm a bit sore. I'll let that set up and I'll come back and fill in those gaps there. That might be tomorrow. I don't know. Looks okay. Well, just like that, lo and behold, it's the next morning. So let's have a look what we got down through here. So that's hardened off. Obviously it's not fully cured or anything like that, but let's just check that fall and then I'll fill in those gaps. So the water leak check's been done and the shower hob's been screeded, so we can move on to the plasterboarding. It's aqua check, and we can do the actual plastering now and finish off, and then paint and then tile and everything else. So good fun. Now I'm going to be the first to admit that my plastering work is not the best. I give things a go. I do my best work that I can, but the experts know what they're doing, and I'm an amateur. But that doesn't stop me having a go. Here we're laying down some waterproof membrane. This is some tape, so it sticks to the floor, then it sticks to the wall, and you shove it in the corner there and make it nice and flat. And then you put a flexible membrane over the top of that, and you'll see me using this green stuff coming up very soon. And that gives you give 3 coats of that. I think you only meant to use 2, but we use 3, and that's all your waterproofing. I initially only just applied the membrane down to the shower square, but in the end I put it over the entire bathroom floor. So here's another job that I'm not particularly good at, nor do I particularly like, the tiles. But first of all, I'm just laying out the tiles here and then marking where I need to cut those, and looking at this off-centered drain and how frustrated I was. But I've got a cheap second-hand tile cutter, and it gave me a lot of grief on these diagonals, and I had a few broken tiles in there, and it was very frustrating. And I tried a few different techniques along the way, using a grinder and using a different method of breaking the tile, which I had mixed success, but I got the job done in the end. I just didn't want to waste too many tiles, because I had to wait 2 weeks for these tiles to come in, so I did have to be very careful. It's not perfect. It's got a little dip away at the corner there. Well, far from perfect, but it may have to do. At least it's got that fall. I think that's right. The big problem is that drain's not exactly in the centre where it needs to be, and I'm kind of fighting that, but I'm just making excuses too. Can always wipe it off. Doing the wall tiles was so much easier, but you did have to be very careful and make sure you're going up level. and that's why I didn't apply the glue to the whole wall before I put the tiles up. They went up pretty fast, but yeah, I just kept having to check level because it's very easy to get out of level. Another little awkward job here was drilling a hole where the shower mixer goes, and I only had a 28mm diamond cutting hole saw thing. Anyway, I was able to make up a little jig, so it got me to the full size, which is about 58mm or something like that. That's the last one. Alright, just got to do a little bit of work in the corners and I'm done. It'll work out. So fitting the shower screen is exciting but nervous at the same time because we had to drill into those tiles. So we're just using diamond tipped drills basically to drill into the tiles to put the fasteners in the walls. Neat. Your face.
It was on, sorry.
Okay, that's about right there. Right, so it should be a... I hope. It's alright. We'll work it out. I guess Judy and I were both pretty nervous here putting the shower screen in because our daughter had a shower screen in her place that exploded in the middle of the night because I think there was a screw that was on a sharp edge or something like that, and in the middle of the night the shower screen exploded, so we're just trying to be careful. Just picked this up here. It's a TV cabinet and we're going to be using it for a vanity in the bathroom. It's a little bit low, so I'm just going to add some feet and repaint it all. Only paid $80 for it, so let's do that. I can't even get my drill in there. That's terrible. It's been a long time since I've used one of these guys, but hey, I got one. So this project's coming to an end now, and we turn the tap on and there's no leaks, and that's just a feeling of relief really. So we just got to put a mirror up there and a few towel racks and we're done. I've got to say, it's so nice to have a shower that's all fresh, clean, usable. At this stage we've got the hot water system in. That'll be a time for another video, and we've got the rest of the place is flooring in and all that, so it's looking nice at this stage, and we're using it. Doors are in. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I'd love to see you in the comments as always, and I really appreciate that you stopped by to take a look. See you later. We have just moved out of this bathroom here. Oh, look at Judy, she's being a flippin' drongo in the background there.